Welcome back. Now, guess what? First off, guess who's got her voice back? I mean, it's not 100%, but I'm still singing. Yes, honey. Welcome back to Afrobeat. Music Talk Radio by who? Yep, it's on that side of my sign. Love Bay. You know your girl Miss J is back with her weekly show, Business Weekly, where we talk about everything that is business, from skills to knowledge to capacity to just knowing what the industries are doing and what the movers and shakers are doing. Whether you're starting your business or you are doing something phenomenal for years to come and helping people in the different industries, then you are in the right place. Now, let me tell you something. I've been trying to judge my show, and as always, I'm always about my drip and my boss. And you know what drip boss stands for? Drive resilience, innovation, and progression in business operations, systems, and strategies. And that's what I do. I am a drip strategist, and what I help companies to do, whether you're starting a business or you're a mid-sized business, 50 to 500 employees, I'm the person that helps you take your business, your operations, your systems, and your strategies to the next level. How? By helping you strengthen who you are so that you can be better at what you do. Now, we're going to be talking a little bit about different topics today in terms of distribution. I'm excited because it's my first distribution person on the show, and they're going to be sharing and dropping a lot of gems for those who are getting into that field. But before that, I decided that I wanted to inject a Miss J letter. So I have my new segment called Dear Miss J. Now, why did I do that? Because I'm getting questions in my inbox, and I said to myself, you know what, how can I help address things that are being asked? And I said, why not just do it on the show? But of course, I always have to welcome my ladies in the house. Yes, CEO Stace is in the building, the sweet spot. Shout outs. Thank you, girl. I am so glad my voice is back too. Honey, my husband and kids were having way too much peace. I had to come through with the Miss J. Okay. So I was looking at letters or some of the messages that came in. I did a little poll. And one of the constant ones was, Dear Miss J, I want to make 10K a month. Now, this whole piece is really built around building sustainable income through systems, clarity, and mindset. So what I did was I threw it up here on a slide so you can see. We're going to be doing on a weekly basis a Dear Miss J letter. Now, if you have a topic, please just send it into info@empirebydesign.ca, and you are going to be able to send out anything that you want me to talk about, and I will. So today's letter was, I keep hearing other entrepreneurs talk about making 10K a month, but honestly, I don't know where to start. How do I reach that level without burning out or feeling like I'm chasing numbers that don't make sense to my business? All right, let me take down the screen so we could talk the big talk. Mr. T, help me with the stop screen. Now, I'll leave the letter right to the side so you could keep an eye on it. We're going to talk a little bit about how we're first redefining the 10K month. So 10K isn't about vanity metrics. It's about viable business design, right? For some, that's 10 clients at $1,000 each. For others, it's one retainer client at $10,000 or someone who's selling 3 programs at $3,300. So I'm just going to use those kind of round numbers. But you have to define what 10K looks like for your model. Otherwise, you're chasing someone else's numbers. So when you come to me and you say, hey, Ms. J, this is what this person is doing, the first thing I say is, okay, let's take a look at their business model. Let's see how it is pairing up, and let's see if yours requires a different approach. So the first thing I'm going to tell you to do is ask, what am I selling? How often and at what capacity can I deliver it without breaking? Now, we all talk about a break-even analysis. If you've never heard of that, call your girl. You need to get your knowledge up. Right? But before you chase the 10K, make sure your systems can handle it. There's nothing worse than reaching the goal and realizing that you're too exhausted to actually sustain it. Okay, so I'm going to walk through my boss breakdown and my drip mindset strategy for this question. So let's talk about building the 10K foundation. So let's start with B, business. First, you want to start with your business model. What's your signature offer? Get really laser focused on one core offer, one conversion path, or one clear audience. Now, I'm talking about product and service. I don't care what your business is. Everyone has an MVP, okay? Not just the MBA. Now, in operations, ask yourself, are your day-to-day systems supporting your revenue goals? If you want 10K a month, your operations must be clean. They must have smooth onboarding, invoicing, delivery, and follow-up. Let's go over to S, systems. First, you want to automate incoming producing activities. So things as CRM, scheduling tools, recurring payments, inventory files, any platform that handles your invoicing, your scheduling, whatever it is. Every click where you can save time, you can claw that back and put that time into developing strategy. Oh, guess who's in the building? Captured by Shani. Hey, hey, girl. Oh my goodness. I'm so excited. I'm going to be having them on soon because she's launching a new podcast I'm excited to share. So look out for that. Now, returning back to our last S, strategies. You want to build a 90-day plan with measurable revenue milestones. Okay, I'm going to say that again. Not a 5-day plan, not a 10-day plan, not a plan that you expect to work overnight, a 90-day plan with measurable revenue milestones. So instead of saying, I want 10K a month, say, I need 5 sales at 2,000 each. And here's how I'll attract, nurture, and close them. Now, one of my big systems in Boss is building brand communities. And why is that important? Because when people don't know who you are, then you can't get that like, know, and trust. And how does that form? It forms through your DRIP mindset. Now, we know DRIP stands for drive, resilience, innovation, and progression. So let's start with the D. You have to believe that your work is worth that income. Now, I tell people all the time, when they start telling me about their self-worth and I'm worth $1 million, and girl, so am I, honey. Let's get that together. However, if the market doesn't see you as $1 million, good luck trying to collect it, right? And many CEOs underprice because they confuse humility with discounting. And they say that value and service can coexist with profit. But you have to make sure that you're really studying your competition and studying the market to ensure that whatever you're going to put out there, it's going to be received. Now, the R. What is that one? Resilience. Yes, throw it in the chat if you know these things. Expect slow months. Stay consistent with visibility and follow-up. Resilience is what bridges the gap between your effort and your results. So you can't say to me, Mr. I want 10K, but I'm only doing sales activity once a week, 2 hours when I get time. If I don't have to go feed my ducks and lay the eggs, I'm just so busy and nothing's working. I've tried this and that. Well, here's the reality. You really have to be able to continue pushing through the no's. You have to be able to continue pushing through when you're tired or when you think you're too busy or when you think you have too much on your plate. You have to say to yourself, I'm going to build, but if it's a slow month, it doesn't mean that the concept or my system doesn't work. Okay? Now let's go to I, innovation. Look at what you already have. Can you repackage it, create bundles, VIP experiences, or add recurring memberships? The money is in the community. The money is in the recurring. The money is in the retention. Can I hear it in the back? What is the money? The money is for those that have repeat sales. You can't make 10K a month, and if you can't 10K a month and just expect it to stay. You have to continuously find ways to keep it coming back. And the last one is P, progression. Track your numbers weekly. I think I just swore online. I did. I swore. I said track your numbers. Do you know how poisonous that is to CEOs today? I'll tell you this. You have to track your numbers. Your key performance indicators is what's going to determine your tomorrow, if you're going to be, your business will be open in 3 months or even worst off 30 days. Okay. Why? Because when you track your numbers, it track your leads, track your conversions, track your expenses, right? You have to know how much is the cost to acquire a client or a customer. Okay. And platforms like this, Love Bay, Afrobeat Music Talk Radio, gives us the opportunity to do just that. For me to create a connection with you based on my knowledge, skill, and capacity, and invite you to come and work with me, right? Because there's a credible name on the wall, okay? So when you're tracking your numbers weekly, that's how I know what parts of my show I need to work on, what parts I can do better connecting in, what parts I need to remove, and that's based on tracking numbers. So if I'm looking to do a cost acquisition process from this show, I have to track those numbers so I can use that data and progress my strategy and scale my business. Okay, does that make sense? Wonderful. So I'm going to give you a couple of examples. If you're a coach, say if you sell $2,500 coaching packages, then you're going to need 4 clients a month. So you want to build an automated nurture sequence and a 30-day visibility plan, which means that you're not just taking that person and spending all month with them. You got to get them in and then plan for the next 30 days because you need 4 more. Okay, so every month you got to keep putting people into the funnel to come out on the other end. A second example is for products. People say, well, I'm products. Well, no problem. If you sell products, then focus on increasing the average cart value, right? So if someone's only coming in buying $5, $5, $5, then you're going to have to get a lot of people to get in there and buy $5 products, right? But if you see there's an average of 25, 35, maybe 100, then you want to look at how can I increase that? Right? For a coach, it might be bundles or subscriptions or loyalty offers on your product. But remember, don't just sell more, sell smarter. All right. And you might say, well, I'm a creative, I have services. Not a problem. If you're a service provider, whether you're a designer, photographer, or consultant, you want to create retainer packages because predictability builds income. And that also builds peace, right? So I know that no matter what, I have a foundation of people that I'm working with on a monthly basis that can afford the services. I've made it within the demographic or my avatar. I've made it within that. And so I've been able to sustain business for the last 2.5 years full time without having to really drop a sweat. And then attracting some more higher paying clients that are putting me over the top in my revenue goals. Okay, so take the dream and turn it into discipline. You have a 10K dream. I applaud you. I give you wings and all of that. But you want to make sure that you have to be disciplined about it. Shout out to my girl, Miss Des is in the building. Empress Singh, how are you? Okay, so let's move move forward with these 4 points. 10K months are built on clarity, consistency, and confidence. You don't need more offers, you need more optimization. Third, track your time, your money, and your mindset. Each tells the story of your next level. And last but not least, remember, it's not about the money itself, it's about the margin and the meaning behind it. If all of this sounds like French to you, reach out to your girl right here. Call me, not call me, don't call me, I'm not good at calls. You can DM me on Instagram at empirebydesign_. You can email me at info@empirebydesign.ca. Send me your questions. So to all my dreaming of 10K CEOs, don't chase the number, build the structure and make it possible. And that's what I specialize, building structures and scaling them, okay? I've done it for over 30 years and I love doing what I do. And remember, when your drive aligns with your systems, your 10K won't be a dream, it'll be your new normal. Now, what better than having a guest who knows that firsthand? Before I introduce him to the stage, I want to say welcome to those who are coming in to Love the Afrobeat Music Talk Radio. We hope you are coming here each and every week because why? We're always giving something to you to grow and to fly. If you haven't subscribed, press subscribe, follow us on TikTok, follow us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, follow us on LinkedIn because that's where we're streaming each and every week. Today, joining me is going to be the topic on the culture to commerce, turning heritage into a scaling brand. And I'm being joined by a CEO behind the Caribbean food brand, Tremaine Douglas. Tremaine, CaribbeanFood.ca is a premier e-commerce brand and online destination for authentic Caribbean food products, delivering top quality essentials and specialties straight to your door or dock at unbeatable wholesale prices. With a vast curated catalog of items, it's the go-to source for everyday essentials to exotic flavors that elevates everyone's kitchen game. Or if you're a business owner that needs to stock your shelves, they deliver great distributor deals for businesses too. Please welcome to the show, Tremaine Douglas. I'm gonna sip my tea while he's coming on.
Hey,
He's
man.
here.
Hey, Miss J.
Hey T, how you doing?
I'm doing good. Hi, Love Day family. Good night. Good night.
Yes,
Good
talk
evening. Good
about
morning, wherever in the world you are.
it. Now I'm gonna have to give kudos to Tremaine because Tremaine, this is our first time meeting, literally talking to each other. And you
True,
know
true.
what? He's been so busy with the relief efforts and getting a lot done and really helping the impact communities in Jamaica. So thank you for that. And but you know what? Regardless, I said to him, "Hey, bro, I need you to come on because I just want to share what you're doing. I think what you're doing is amazing." And he just through a busy schedule made sure he got me what I needed, and he's here tonight. So I want to thank you for taking time out of
Of
your
course.
busy schedule,
Of
right?
course. Proud to be here. Proud to assist. I love what you're doing to Miss J. Love what the family, Love Day family is doing. So
Oh, we
teamwork.
appreciate it.
Teamwork.
It makes the dream work, right? It
There you
makes the
go.
dream work. And let me tell you, I tell all my guests, don't get comfortable because you'll be back on and back on and back on because I need to drain all the knowledge and the gems out of your
I
head.
think it's a sharing thing though. I was listening to the show and trust me, you've dropped nothing but gems. I really learned a
Oh,
lot, even though I'm in it. But yeah, you really revived a lot of thought in
yeah.
me. So good
Oh,
job.
thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yes, future client calling me for projects. I am there for it.
Of course,
All of
of
it.
course.
All of it. Well, let's talk about the brand. How did Caribbean food get its start?
Well, it was always a side project while I
Mhm.
was, doing the 9 to 5. I always saw that there was a need for, the Caribbean food here in Canada. It had such a big brand, the Caribbean food brand itself, and a lot of people, when they want a vacation, where do they think to go? Right, exactly. Right back to our home, right back to Jamaica, right back to the whole Caribbean. So I already knew that everybody in Canada, all Canadians, loved what we do, loved the hospitality, and of course, they love the food. So, as a
Mhm.
side project, I would just reach out to clients and connect them with suppliers, and of course, try to make a margin out of it because it's a side hustle. But
Mhm.
then COVID hit, and all the walk-in stores, all the malls, everywhere was shut down. So that allowed me to see that there's an open market for e-commerce and deliveries,
Right.
and of course, some food companies were essential services. So I kind of connect with everybody, connect with the suppliers and the manufacturers, and yeah, just start pushing it out, start hitting the road and going to different stores, different gas stations, just literally walking around with my mask on, tapping essential services doors and saying, "Hey, do you guys need anything?" And in my car trunk I had just a couple items so I could show them what it's about, or give an example, or sometime if I could afford it I give a free sample.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, that's where from COVID hit the website. I kind of put the website together, and yeah, it just blew up from there.
It just blew up. You know what? And I'm gonna say everyone take that with some a grain of salt, seasoning, whatever he's carrying, purchase it and throw it on that, sprinkle on that sentence because honey, it didn't just blow up. I hope you heard the process to the blow up. He was walking those streets, he was knocking those doors, he was masked up. At first, when you said masked up, I really just thought the hood way masked up, and I'm like, bro, you didn't go and like jack nobody, right? But I remember COVID mask, though.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, right.
So at that time, it was such a crazy time. Everybody was social distancing, but
Hmm.
everybody needed to eat, so it was an essential service. So and then with just the e-commerce side of it, people could pay online, and
Hmm.
since COVID, e-commerce and the whole online sales business, that platform kind of just blew up even more. So yeah,
Crazy.
it was the right fit.
So, what was the inspiration? Why did you turn your love of Caribbean food into a business?
I'm a Jamaican youth. I'm a Jamaican man there living in Canada.
Wait, what? What
So
part are you from? Because I have a running joke with one of my clients. Where are you from?
born in Kingston,
Okay,
but my
Kingston.
dad,
So
yeah, my
I have to
dad,
ask you this: do you know Fletcher's Land?
yeah, man, of course.
Okay, yes, Elaine, this one's for you.
Big up Fletcher's Land. Big up
Big
Fletcher's
up
Land.
Fletcher's
Big
Land.
up
I'm gonna cut this
Jonestown,
piece just
Jungle,
for
all that.
you.
Waterhouse. Big up, big up.
Oh my god, she's gonna be so excited.
Yeah, man.
Because
But
we
my
went
dad then,
down.
he, during that time when I was born, it was very just a lot of political unrest in the Waterhouse area.
Mhm.
So my dad took us out and moved us to the country area in Linstead.
Mm.
So I grew up, mainly in the Linstead town area, and I'm not sure, carry me Aki go Linstead Market.
I don't.
Everybody
I
know that.
first off, I'm not Jamaican, so I'm just gonna put a pin in that.
That's okay. That's okay. It's a very popular song, and
Yeah.
everybody. That's where everybody. A lot of people get the word "aki" from that through that
Okay.
song, and then they
Oh.
taste it after. Yeah. So
Oh.
yeah, grew up in
Mhm.
Linstead, and then just I think I had a good career, lots of
Mhm.
9 to 5s and hustling, but at the same time I was always an entrepreneur. Actually, me and my daughter we're writing a book right now, and
Oh.
it's about side hustles, and kind
I
of
love
the
that.
foundation of the story was back in the day my mom and dad, they were juggling, and one day I saw them, and they were going through a little money problem at the time, and I
Yeah.
didn't want to ask my mom for lunch money, so
Right.
I started to get cookies and sell them at school, and from that time in grade 5 I think I've been addicted to sales.
That's how you know you're born, right? I tell people you can be born with a sales mentality. And I think that's what, I had to say whenever I talk to somebody, I don't feel like I'm selling them anything. I feel like I'm providing a service. Right. And
I
so I
need it.
always,
Mhm.
you know what I mean? And I think that's one of the things that I love about my CEOs is that they're so inspired to help people that I tell them that, if you're really, really locked in and you're really, trying to help somebody, they'll see it, right? But
Yeah,
if you're trying to sell somebody, they'll see it. You know
yeah,
what I
yeah.
mean? So
It's
that's
about
really great.
providing value. I think once you're giving them value and it's a necessity to them, then it won't be a sale. It's something that we need.
That's it.
So they'll
That's
see
it.
your value and they'll pay you for it.
100% ain't nobody trying to eat no bland chicken. I'm saying you are essential, honey. Yes, clap up the essentialism.
Seasoning. There you
Definitely,
go.
definitely. When did you realize that these products could become, or this model that you created could become a scalable brand?
After COVID, I mean, the e-commerce was just booming. A lot of people were online shopping kind of took off.
Hmm.
And not only for the B2C, not only for business to customers, but
Yeah,
I saw that the business to business that
B2B.
was
Yeah.
also needed. So a lot of convenience stores, gas stations, mom and pop shops, a lot
Mhm.
of even the restaurants, everybody kind of wanted the service of delivery. A lot
Mm.
of people before that had to, drive to the manufacturer, the supplier, and
Right.
have the
Yeah.
carts and lifting boxes. So
Back and
I
forth. Yeah.
realized if I provide that service and I gave them a good pricing, and of course I have to negotiate with all my manufacturers for everybody, all my manufacturers and suppliers listening, still continue to provide us good prices and even lower it a little bit more. But yeah,
Yeah.
we passed it on to the customers, and yeah, it's just retention from there. It's just they realize that we not only we bring in good hospitality and bringing the culture and sharing the vibes, but we providing a good service.
You are, and I love that. That's the scalability, right? Your
Yes.
quality speaks, right? No matter if it's service oriented or if it's a product itself, quality speaks. You're hearing a lot about authenticity in this
Mhm.
world today. Like I want to show up as my authentic self. I don't know. Take off your makeup. I don't know. Just to figure it out.
I
Uh,
do have already.
I do, but honey, I look the same when you take this bad boy off. It's just that,
You
what I'm
look good.
saying?
You look
Yeah, I'm,
good.
I'm that natural beauty thing.
First
But yeah,
impression sometimes.
right.
Mhm.
I just need to hide the tired right now. But but what does authenticity look like in your growth journey? How could you define that?
Authenticity. The good thing is that I'm from the Caribbean, so it's not that I'm giving anything that is unknown. I
Yeah,
myself am a customer of Caribbean food. Like
love that.
myself, go to all of these Caribbean restaurants. I love meeting some of the CEOs whenever we get to connect. So it's about connecting on a grassroots level, and
Mhm.
we use brands that are connected with the people. Some of the brands are very top brands. I mean, Grace is one of our top selling brands, and we also have started to do our own manufacturing. So
Right.
now we have our own line of jams, our Caribbean food branded jams under the Classic Selections brand. We have our hot Scotch bonnet pepper powder, which,
Hey.
everybody who is in the Caribbean, or every Canadian, should spice up their meal with some Scotch bonnet pepper. But
Yes.
yeah, we just know that we're bringing a curated product list that everybody want to be a part of, everybody has some knowledge of, and
Mhm.
it coming from the real people. It coming from people
Right.
who have a background, who grew up with it, and
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, we're not no fake people around here. So
None.
we're
None
bringing
whatsoever.
the good quality, authentic vibe. That's it.
Authentic vibes. I hope you're hearing that here. If you're now tuning in, let's take a quick commercial break. That is literally me just saying a commercial break. Now back to the show. No, I'm just joking. If you're now tuning in, welcome to Love Bay Radio and Business Weekly with your girl, Ms. J. I'm sitting here with Tremaine Douglas, the CEO and founder of Caribbean Foods. And let me tell you, he is dropping gems in the first four questions. Okay, so if you are now tuning in, hit the replay, honey. Just hit the replay and take it up, because we spoke about authenticity, we spoke about inspiration, and we're speaking about scalability. Now, I really wanted to do this show when I saw you, because I have a very strong passion for Black businesses. I do. I serve a lot of different types of businesses, people, and you know what I mean? I just love people, period. But I do have a little spot here for my Black businesses. And one of the things that I saw in your brand was just the professionalism, and it was a distribution business. I don't come across a lot of Black distribution businesses in my time, and I've coached for a very long time, right? So I want to talk a little bit what's the boss behind the brand, right? That what's the business, the operations, the system, the strategy. So how did you manage to jump from small batch to commercial production? That
You
step.
know, of course. Can I tell you, it's been a step by step process, and I usually let my customers dictate what they want to me, and then
Mm,
I go from there. Because sometimes you don't want to scale outside and put your dreams ahead. You want your customers kind of tailor your business,
mm,
and you provide and supply the demand. There you
yes,
go.
yes.
So in scaling, I've realized that me driving around in my car, I couldn't provide and service everybody. So I had to connect with logistics, and I also needed warehousing, and real estate is that where it came in. So
Yes.
I found two partners. Let me just shout them out now: Cleveland
Hey,
Garden and Heather Alexander. And I partnered with them, and from there we've just like took the business to a whole nother level. So
love
Cleveland
it.
himself, he's been in logistics all across Canada for about 20 years.
Wow.
So I
Oh,
chose
you
I chose
can't
a
beat
group,
that. Yes, you can't beat that. Mm-mm.
needed someone
Yeah.
who has the experience, who knows Canada. So he really allowed us to connect with all the nooks and crannies and make sure our routes are good. So we're saving gas. So we're being productive and efficient as we grow. And
Mm-hmm.
then with Heather, she just brought in all the real estate side of it, and she loves to play with new products. So that's her passion, just always
Yes,
introducing new products to us. So we continuously have a pipeline of new products to throw on board to introduce to our customers,
love
and of
that.
course they go through our rigorous testing and tasting
Yeah.
to make sure that
Listen, I
authenticity is
am free
behind
to
it.
taste when need be. My palate is quite sharp.
All right. So not only a coach, but I'll have you as a
I am
tasting
a critic
partner
of
also.
all kinds, honey. Put me on my 5 stars, honey. Five
But I have some
stars.
jams for you. Heather is coming out. She has some new jams, some new she has the port wine jam and the Chardonnay jam, which
Oh.
she's
Ooh.
really targeting,
Okay,
the
so what I'm
beautiful
hearing
women
is
out
an
there.
empire party at Caribbean Foods where we
Done.
can just
Done
taste
deal.
test these jams. I think we
Done
should
deal.
pair it with some kind of good rum or vodka or something to eat it with, because I am there for it. I
The,
am
the, the
there
party
for
will
it.
will definitely be on another level. So
That's it. We're gonna
yeah.
turn
So
up,
we
honey. We're gonna turn it all the way up. Let me tell you
agree.
something. Let me tell you.
Fully
So
agree.
I hope y'all are listening, because what you heard, what I heard, and I hope you're hearing, and I'm gonna reiterate. He said one key thing, the logistics. And you know what you said that was so you didn't even realize, I don't think people realize how powerful that line is. But if you're into operations like me and logistics, like, routes to save gas.
Yes. Oh
You
gosh.
see what I'm saying? But people would gloss that over just thinking, well, they're just delivering something. But when you can save a kilometer, 5 kilometers, 10 kilometers worth of gas on every trip and on the level of distribution that you're at, do you know how much money that is that you're
It's
saving
the
in your bank?
bottom line. It
Listen, people,
definitely hits the bottom line. Yep.
and this, I love it. And this is why I focus on the boss systems, because I need people to understand more and more that it's your operation. Like where I worked, my previous career, I served the city. So I was serving well over 2 or 3 million people within the branch that I was in. And we had to be doing massive projects that we could, how do we save enough in order to everybody get a piece of the pie? And that's how you scale your business, is understanding how to reduce your expenses more and more. You heard Tremaine say at the beginning to all his manufacturers, and I echo this, they're going to be bigger and bigger, because this is not something that happens everywhere. And so to the manufacturers, quantity. That's all I have to
There you go.
say,
There you
quantity,
go.
right?
Mhm, mhm.
So tell the people what systems helped you to maintain that consistency and the quality.
Yeah. So we jumped off into the whole e-commerce platform and online side of life. So I had to connect with the best websites and offer the best payment option. We're here in Canada, everybody used to there going into the stores and tap.
Mm-hmm.
So we wanted to have the safest, most trusted partners. So not only did we get the best e-commerce platforms, but we also got the best accounting platforms. So connecting all of that, and now we're doing a big upgrade for our warehouse management systems. So Shopify. Let me just throw some out there. Shopify is a good one
Mm-hmm.
for websites. Of course, QuickBooks. You can get your
Yeah.
QuickBooks online, and everybody can
Square's
share
not
and
too
have
bad
access.
either. I don't.
Yes, true. Very
Yeah,
true.
Square's
Very
not too
true.
bad. Their TOS is pretty cool.
Square not bad. We use Square because we use Square for our events whenever we
Events. Yeah,
do our
yeah.
outdoor. Yeah, so we have Square also. So what we do is we ensure that we connect with the best and most trusted payment processors. So Canadians don't have to think twice. They know that we step in and we're professional. Because
Mm-hmm.
sometimes you'll see a Caribbean brand and you'll think you need cash only, or
Yeah.
sometimes people will
Right.
think, yeah,
Yes.
they'll
You're gonna
think
be walking on the side of the road with the spices on your head. I get you.
so we ensure that we made Canadians as comfortable. So we're no different from a Walmart or a Amazon or a Loblaws or a Sobeys. We're right up there with the
I
top
love
guys.
it. I love it. Okay, I am requesting right now that I'm bringing my empire, my CEOs. We'd love to come in and do a tour of the facility. I'd
We
love
can
to meet
arrange
the
it.
team. So you and me after, because you know what? I love to show my ladies, what I talk about in motion, right? Because it's
Definitely, we'll also have some of that jam and some of our good
because
spices. So there you
right,
we'll
'cause
prepare for you guys. We'll
all
prepare for
right,
you
that's
guys.
what I'm talking. See what I do here, people? I connect, honey. I connect. And Shani loves jam, so she just posted it there as well. I was thinking to myself, I'm like, oh my god, Shani's gonna go nuts because she's like a jam freak. So this is gonna be
She's
like
gonna love it.
for
She's
her.
gonna. I
She's gonna
cannot.
love
I
it.
can attest to that one because
Love that.
myself, as I said, I'm a customer of this brand. I'm not only a part of the company, but I love what we do. I love the brands that we represent. We have Ting now online. We constantly connecting with new
Oh,
manufacturers.
nice,
So yeah,
nice.
so and I tell you, we have the best price on Ting in Canada. So reach out to us for the best distribution deals. Again, that's not a plug, right? That's
Wait,
just
no,
me
no,
talking,
that's just
me
fact.
being proud.
That's just facts. What are you talking about? That's just facts. Like we can only speak facts right here on the show. That's what we do.
That
Shout out
is
to
it. That
Combos
is
with
it.
Carrie in the building. Make sure you're checking out Combos with Carrie conversations on Thursdays at 8 o'clock. I think, right? Or 8:30. Let me know, Carrie. Um, Definitely. And you need to get on her show. She has a great show called Combos with Carrie, and she
Share,
definitely
share
talks
the
about
email. Tell her to reach out.
I
I'm
got
all
you. I
for it.
will share. Don't you ain't gotta tell me twice. Let me tell you something. The only thing I do is I love talking people business, honey. I love talking people business.
I
And these
share that
ones,
with you. I share
yeah,
that with you. I love
yeah, I
talking
just love
business.
talking people's business. And I mean, it works because they're working hard out there, right? And so again, I bring on people like you to share, the path. And you're trailblazing a really big path here. I mean, if you think about the distribution levels in Costco, the McDonald's for real estate, when you look at those types of organization and businesses, that's all I studied for the past decade. I just burrowed down and I said, because I worked in the city, so I have hierarchical, very wide and hierarchical knowledge in how all of it works together, the various departments, who leads what and what. And when I look at companies, I say to myself, I could build a model and have high ticket prices, or I can help build the next generation of businesses that are going to be the brands of tomorrow. And that's what you are doing with this. You are taking these brands that have been in existence for a very long time, but it hasn't been in the mode of you're doing it. Concentrated,
Very true.
focused, and expansion. So I'm here for all of it. Talk to me a little bit about the lessons that you learned in navigating the cost, the distribution, and the partnerships.
Well, it's been a step by step process. Not always, we don't always win on every move. Sometimes we deliver out in Saskatchewan and we
Mm,
underquoted the shipping costs, and then we realize after that, like, it's a learn. Sometimes you give and take, but
yeah, man,
what
you
you do
feel
is
and
you
learn.
always, yes, you, everything
Yeah,
is a lesson. Even
yeah.
even some of the failures. Sometimes Canada Post was down once, and we sent out some stuff and it didn't. God knows where they are.
Oh
But
no.
yeah, so
Well,
sometimes we
somebody's eating some good chicken, honey. Yes, throw some on it.
hey, the
Throw
browning,
some
it was
on
a whole lot of browning. So me and the team we were laughing and saying, hey, somebody eating whole heap of oxtail. Somebody have all the
Exactly.
seasonings.
Somebody is living their best life,
But
right?
it was a give and take. Sometimes we learn from some harsh lessons. Some of the customers when they call us and they're irate, we ensure that our hospitality and just the that Caribbean vibe, we ensure we pass it on to them. So it's been a big learning process, and what we've
Yes.
learned that as we go along and we fine tune some of the failures or some of the drawbacks, we ensure that we make the best foot or we put the best foot forward after that. So I
Yeah.
can tell you it's not a smooth road, and
Yeah. It's not for the weak.
businesses
The journey
for
is
other
not for the weak.
CEOs.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
journey is
yeah.
not for the weak.
For
Not for
other
the weak.
CEOs out there, I can tell you it's sometimes a challenge, but I tell you, when you get that good review, when you get that we love what you do, when you get that message of thank you so much, my family has been searching for
Yeah.
this, we got it,
That's
and
amazing.
it really. Plus, of course, you're making your margins and you're trying to pay your bills. So not
Yeah.
only is the feelings and the passions there that you get some wins on, but as long as you're making sure your business is making money. And just to tie back with something that you had said earlier, Miss J, as I was watching the show in the background, you said you have to watch your margins and watch
Yeah.
your dollars. And that's the way how you know if your business is going to be a 1 week or 2 week. You said something like that,
Yeah,
which
yeah,
was
yeah. It's gonna last.
epic,
Yeah.
epic advice. So
Oh, thank
you yourself, you know it.
you.
So
Yeah.
that you have to
I
watch
try.
all of those.
And let me tell
You
you,
you
my
are
client.
very very to the point on that, and I appreciated that.
Oh, thank you. Thank
Everybody
you.
watching should make sure they take notes, even if
Look
they're
at
watching back.
just hyping me up, man. Mr. T, see if you could pull back. I think we're doing that glitching thing again. See if you could pull back the screen to a smaller resolution. It might work better because it's doing that what we did last week. I know he loves his close-ups because I'm that fabulous. But we're glitching. I don't know what my internet is doing. You have some fans. Someone says you're handsome. You're trying to get him
Thank
in
you.
trouble, but he's
Shop
enjoying
on CaribbeanFood.ca.
catch the vibe. He's like swipe
Support
left.
us, guys.
Caribbean food.
Support us.
That's it.
I wish I had the logo right here, but
Okay,
I
here.
said
Next
I'm
time you
gonna
see
go
that
with
wall
it.
behind you with that picture of your beautiful, is that you and your beautiful wife?
Yes, that's my
Okay,
wife.
well, next time you put your logo there, right? So that way, and then put her like you guys below it, so that you still show the family man that you are. But yes, you are getting love. People are loving the fact that you got Ting
A
as a
product, yeah.
client, that product. So let me tell you, you're doing the damn thing. I don't know if it's just me, but am I glitching? Because I feel like you're not moving anymore. Are you moving? Are you there?
I'm there. I'm
Oh, okay.
good.
I don't
Yeah,
know. I
I'm
just
good.
like we're just. I feel like It's stopping every like 5 seconds. Okay, so as long as you can hear, that's fine.
I
So
can
we
hear you.
talked about navigation, we talked about consistency, we talked about, jumping from small to big. And I love that part because a lot of times people feel that, they see an end result of a business, of a big business, and they feel that, and that big business is like they're selling thousands of products. But a lot of times it's just coming in with a little bit of products and then you started to build onto it. So I want that to be clear to the people in the back. Hey, Cash of Canco. How you doing, girl? All right, so let's talk a little bit about leadership because that's a big part. What lessons in leadership and resilience emerge from that process?
Listening to your team, like listening
Mm,
to your team, taking their feedback, listening to your customers, taking their feedback, but also being brave and also being fearless, taking
mhm.
all the information and stepping forward with it. And,
Yes.
my mom is a big believer. So she always tell me to step in faith and put God in everything we do. So I'm
Amen.
never going to leave God out. So it's
Yes.
it's it's a mix of prayers. It's a mix of taking some risks and but always trying to get it to be a calculated risk.
Hmm.
And yeah, just representing for your team, just constantly covering them, constantly letting them feel that you have their best interests at hand, and of course sharing the wealth. Of course,
Hmm.
making sure that they also feel like they're really not only working for the brand, but they're a part of building
We're
something.
valued. Yeah.
There you go. And
Hmm.
yeah, it's mainly just focusing on the team and taking all of these different lessons and putting them to good use.
Love
So
that.
that for me is one of the main things with leadership. And again, stepping out, making sure that if you're being held back, that you find a different route in. Some of these some of our suppliers, some of them thought we were small, but once I'd say, hey, give me the brand and let me show you what I can do.
That's it.
Sometimes it's negotiations and collaborations, and even this what we're doing, Miss J. It's a form of taking the bull by the horns and just stepping out. So
1,000%.
definitely it's being brave. Being brave is a big thing.
It is. I so agree with you. And you know what? You keep reiterating the systems, the team, the value, the leadership. But we all know too that it also depends on the storytelling. Mr. T, I'm gonna ask you to change because I'm literally I can't see anything. Like everything is just frozen. So I hope you can hear me still. Mr.
I
T,
can
can you,
hear you.
can you pull the screen out to the smaller version? I found that last week that worked for us. Okay, so as long as you can hear me, I'm good to go. Okay, let's try that because sometimes the bigger the screen it glitches. Um, yeah, that looks. Yeah, now I feel like I'm moving in real time. There you are.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
don't
glad
go left or
everybody
right.
got
I'll
all
lose
of
you to
that.
the black. All right. So we've just learned that if you're just coming into Love Bay, welcome to Love Bay Radio. You're here with your girl, Miss J, on Business Weekly. Each and every Thursday at 7 p.m., I am here in this chair. Last week, I barely had a voice and I still showed up. Why? Because I believe in three C's: commitment, consistency, and community. And we are building that here. Business Weekly is not just about talking about business, but it's helping you to understand how to use my boss methodology and my drip strategy to help you to excel. And what better way than to bring on guests? And I'm sitting here with Tremaine Douglas from Caribbean Food. I say Caribbean, he says Caribbean, tomato, potato, right? I mean, we all black and we love our spices. So that's what it's about, right? Throw some jam
As
on
long as
it.
it tastes good. It tastes
Right,
good.
as long as it tastes good. And he's been helping and talking to us on a number of things. I'm just going to scale back for 2 seconds so that you can get caught up. He is the CEO and owner of the Caribbean Food.ca. Check that out. Make sure. He talked to us about the inspiration. He talked to us about how to get scalable. He's talking to us about authenticity and most importantly, the growth journey. And then we turned a little bit about the boss behind the brand, and that was around jumping from small to commercial. We talked about systems and how to maintain quality and consistency. We talked about navigating cost, distribution, and partnerships. And we just wrapped up on leadership and resilience and how that emerges from the processes that he put in place. So if you're now tapping in, make sure you're subscribing to Love. I keep doing it on the wrong side. Love Bay Radio. Make sure you're following us at Love Bay. Make sure you're following me, your girl, at Empire by Design _. And make sure you're following CaribbeanFood.ca. Now, we were just going to get into the storytelling because this is the big piece. And you know, Tremaine is an amazing speaker, and I love the clarity of your thoughts. It's just syncing with everything that I believe in, loving it. So let's talk about how the brand speaks even before you have the words. How did you express culture visually through packaging and digital content?
Well, for one, you know, the Caribbean colors, we had to pull them in. I designed the logo myself.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember sitting one Christmas and learning Photoshop. And
Mm.
now we have AI, so we can do
And now
everything
you
a
have
bit
AI and
faster.
Canva, right? Canva just threw Photoshop out the window.
Yeah, that killed Photoshop. But
Yeah, they kill
anyway, so
Photoshop.
I
Mhm.
remember sitting down and, you know, adding in all the colors and saying, okay, the green is needed and the yellow is needed for the sun. And then I need the red in there to represent, you know, my Trinidad family, but also the
Hey,
Canadian family.
Oliver, 3/4 and mind my business.
There you go. There
Hey.
you go.
But I'm gonna say,
So
eat jam and mind my business. I'm gonna change it to that.
about to do a soca party here, Miss J.
Let's get down.
Caribana. See you at Caribana. We were at Caribana also. So, you know, just to add this in, we try to not only we're e-commerce and not only we do B2B distribution, but we also do events. So we have our branded tents and
Love
our
it.
banners and everything, and we're out at a lot of events. We're at Caribana, you know, selling our patties and our drinks. We're
Mm,
out at a lot of office events. So it's a mix of not only sticking to your design, but also again seeing what your customers want and catering to them. So
mhm.
and everything gets the brand out, and you know we're a growing company, so we want to kind of be a part of everything. But well, not everything, but anything that, of
That's
course, we can.
relatable.
Exactly, that
That's
ties back to
relatable.
us. So
Yeah.
definitely, it's been a journey with that. But going back to what you had asked for the brands and just tying in the colors and all of that, we wanted to ensure that whoever saw the brand they instantly got it.
Hmm.
And the word Caribbean food, you know, I had a top level executive ask me one time. He's like, you know, Caribbean food, that represents us all. That represents everything. And I was like, yes, that is it.
You got it. You got it. You get a can of spice. You get
There
a
you go.
bottle of yeah, I feel you. I love that.
And having the whole Caribbean behind us, you know, it's a big deal, and we feel supported, you know, especially with what happened in Jamaica now, that whole Hurricane Melissa devastating the country. I think you know, Jamaica is a very big brand, and you know, that's
Mhm.
how I'm born and grow. But at the same time, the whole community, the whole Caribbean community, and the world themselves, everybody, as I say, everybody is the vacation spot of the world, the
Yeah.
vacation capital of the world. So everybody, I see a lot of outreach coming together, a lot of love and prayers are been, you know, coming out for Jamaica. So it's
You're,
a really good spot in terms of having the brand behind us
yeah.
and getting the support.
Yeah, okay. I feel you on that. And you know what? I mean, I'm Jamaican by marriage, so I claim my passport then and there. I claim my passport then
Congrats,
and there.
congrats!
So I do,
Big up the general.
right? Big up, you know what I mean? He had me with the cooking, man. Jeez.
Caribbean food again.
He got me with the cooking. Like a man who could throw a pot down. Yes. It was,
Proper, proper.
you know, I mean, years later, I probably cussed him because my waistline spread. But,
Hey,
you know, I still love him. I still love him.
it's a good byproduct sometimes.
It's that's it, right? With all the good food. So, how do you attract new audiences while serving your core community?
Well, you know, we're always, as I said, we're going out to events. We're always networking. But behind having social media and connecting through social media and having the brand spread through social media, has been a big one. Where we started out as an e-commerce online platform. So ensuring, me not gonna say make sure, but ensuring that we have the Google reviews, and we have a spectacular just a spectacular profile on Google. So
Mhm.
building that trust factor, and ensuring that we showing all the products, showing a lot of activity that's going on in the business, and connecting with all the latest events, and just really, really, keeping abreast of what's going on, and
Yeah.
ensuring that however we can, if it's help or if it's providing products or if it's just connecting to say hello, we try to make sure that we're a part of it.
And I appreciate that because I reached out to a fair bit of black businesses and I have yet to hear a response. Not even a hi. You know what I mean? And that's the things I want to change. That's the things I want to tackle with my
Yeah,
system.
we have to be open to networking, because if you
Yeah.
don't shout your brand out, how people gonna know about it, right?
But not even that. But what if I was a big customer? What if I wanted to call and order something? Like,
True,
hello, just acknowledge the fact that I sent you a message, And I find
true.
that the customer experience is so important. It doesn't matter whether it's a B2C or a B2B business. The customer experience, the user experience is what AI has thrived on, is what
Yeah,
McDonald's has thrived on. It's what Costco has thrived on, right? They are there to serve the client. They are there to serve the customer. They're saying, hey, if we get this burger to them in 30 seconds or less, they're going to come back, right? Georgia Porgy, CLC Social says, yes, make sure. She wants you to keep it all the way authentic.
for real, for real.
Keep it all the way authentic. So, what's next for the Caribbean food brand?
Just continuous growth. We're connecting now with AI. We're integrating a lot of AI into the business.
Wonderful.
Just ensuring that you just said something. Just continuous connection and opening communication channels even more. So AI will ensure that if you send a message, you're definitely going to get a reply or some interaction. And yeah, it's just continuous growth. We're looking towards getting some new products in. So we have some plans for some new seasoning out of Guyana and out of Trinidad, and more Jamaican products to come in. So
It's
it's
so
just
funny. I probably talk more Pato than I do Trinidadian. It's so funny. But that's why when people say they're like, you're not Jamaican? No, I'm not. But my tongue is.
can I tell you Toronto? I don't know. I think Toronto speaks a lot of patois.
They
Like
do. Because we grew up. If I look back, outside of my family, I grew up with all Jamaicans. Like
yeah,
besties are all Jamaicans. Like I
the
don't.
patois influence. I mean, I've gotten calls from customers, and I swear these people are Jamaican, and I meet them. They're full-blooded Canadians who generations in Canada, and I'm saying,
Came over on
how
the
did you learn
Mayberry.
the language so well? They must say, "Wagwan, where you have? We're there." You know? So, and they have the whole vibe with it.
Those are
Jamaicans
facts.
were very
Everything
everything
is
full
there.
package.
It's a
So,
culture that can't be beat. I'll tell you that much. It's a culture that can't be beat.
and then
Tremaine,
with big popular artists like Drake, I noticed Drake speak a lot of patois. So
he's
hey,
trying. He's trying. Bless his soul. He's trying. Bless
there
his
you go.
soul. No, but I mean, it's an amazing culture. They set the trends for so much, and I want to thank you for taking this time. I know you are extremely busy, and so for you to even insert us, and for the audience, please make sure you're visiting. Make sure you're following. I'm going to put up his IG in 2 seconds. Actually, we could put it up now. Let me see if I can share that with everybody now because I tend to forget sometimes because I get so caught up talking that I'm not sure. Oh, what did I just do? What did I just do, Mr. T? Okay, here we are. I'll let Mr. T
So
put it up for us.
everything is at caribbeanfood.ca. So
There you go. Everything. I
whichever
love that. I love
social
the
platform.
uniformity. I love the
Yes,
uniformity of that,
yes.
right? I'm actually going to steal the .ca and go put that on my goddamn.
Go
Put it on
for
my.
it. Go
No,
for it.
because seriously, I was like, that is so brilliant. Like you're not having to think, like I have Empire by Design underscore, but I never thought to actually put .ca, and that's my website, right? So that is amazing. Tremaine Douglas, everyone, CEO, right here. We have him on my show, Business Weekly, and we're going to have him back with his team because I think, outside of, my Empire tour with my peeps, we're going to have him back here with the team because I want you to see just how a company actually grows from the inside out. Tremaine, I'll see you in the green room in a few minutes. I'm just going to wrap up the show, but thank you so much for coming on. And as we say, keep your wings up and let's fly. For the guys, just hit your chest bud. Keep it gangster. Keep it gangster. All right, I'll see you soon.
See you guys.
So everyone, that's the perfect example of drip in motion, right? Because it takes drip to build legacy from culture. And no matter what culture you are, no matter where you're coming from, what island you're representing, all of the things that Tremaine talked about today is the blueprint to building a strong system. He put the boss behind the brand and he did it with a drip mindset. So make sure that you follow him. You saw his thing, follow the Caribbean Food.ca. Don't forget to follow your girl. We have a few things coming down the Empire from the Empire community. We have our Shop EPD, the brand experience events coming up on December 5th. So we are going to be showcasing, I'm going to be showcasing all of my Empire clients. These are the brands of tomorrow. And if you go to my website, empirebydesign.ca, also known as beautifulwomensociety.com, they all connect to the same website. You are going to go to Shop EPD and you could start to see some of the brands that are going to be there. Now, the other piece of initiatives that are coming down the pipe are we still have a lot of things coming from the community that we're going to bring out. I'm continuously looking for those people who want to come on and share their expertise. Please hit us up at Love Day Radio, and we definitely would like to have you on our show. So before we close out here, I want you to join me next week because we're going to continue to spotlight innovators who are shaping our business culture, right? If you want to be at the table and you want to be in the rooms, this is the room and the table you need to be at each and every week at 7 p.m. with your girl, Miss J. Say that 10 times, and I personally will give you a smile. Ching! Okay. So as we wrap it up, if you're just coming in, hit the replay. You are not going to be sorry. Okay. The replays go up right after this. And I want you to make sure you're subscribed to Love Day Afrobeat Music Talk Radio and you follow every single guest that I bring on this show because I work hard to bring them to you. So you better show some appreciation and hit that follow, like, and share button. I'm your girl, your drip strategist, your hostess with the mostest, and your boss methodologist right here on Business Weekly every Thursday at 7 p.m. And as always, let's build something legendary. So spread your wings and let's fly. We'll see you on the flip side.